everyone, welcome back to my channel Eurodogra, and today we'll be talking about my tooth extraction experience in Germany. So I recently had my tooth removed, my wisdom tooth removed, and yeah, in this video we'll talk about my experience, how was it for me, how did I get the appointment, and how long did I have to wait for, and all other things. So starting from the beginning, I started having my toothache during the weekend, and at that time, no clinic was opened. So, what I did, I didn't take any appointment. I just directly went 8 a.m. Monday morning, to one of my nearby clinics. And surprisingly, there was no patient at that time. So, I only had to wait for like 5 or 10 minutes. And then my number came, and the dentist was very nice. She took an x-ray and she did all the checkup, that usual checkup that they do. And she said, okay, this tooth, this wisdom tooth has to be removed. And she said she couldn't do it, so she gave me contacts of other two dentists, and she said she will give me Überweisung. So Überweisung is basically, referral. So, and she said, okay, wherever you get an early appointment, just make an appointment there. And meanwhile, she also gave me prescription for antibiotics and painkillers. So that was nice. And then when I came back from the clinic, I just called one of the clinics and I asked. Initially, I just, asked normally that I want to have an appointment. And they said, the receptionist said that this bee again came back, but okay. The receptionist said that the earliest appointment she could give me would be in the June, and I still remember it was around 21st of April on that day, around 22nd or 21st, I don't remember exactly, but it was April, and she said the earliest she could give me an appointment will be in the June. And that was kind of disappointing, but then then I remembered, okay, no, this is, I have Überweisung, and I told her that, ich habe Überweisung, I have Überweisung, whatever broker German I can speak in. I said that I have Überweisung, and she was like, okay, you have Überweisung. And then she said, okay, then we can provide early appointment. And then she gave me the appointment for the same week. I think that was Monday on that day, and she gave me an appointment on Friday for the same week. And then on Friday, I went there. The dentist was nice. I specifically asked whether the dentist was very nice, first of all. He could speak a little bit of English, but that was okay for me because I can speak German, but only broken one. Like, I'm currently at my B1 level. So, and for these things, for these medical things, I always prefer that the person would speak English so that I can have my doubts clear. It's better to have everything cleared up during the conversation. So he explained me everything quite well, and the clinic also gave me a whole document on what should I do, what should I eat, and what would my oral hygiene would look like after the procedure and everything. And then, like, for the appointment of the actual tooth extraction date, they gave me an appointment on 1st of June. So yeah, I had to wait more than a month. For my tooth to be removed. And I asked them in between if I get, pain, and what would I do. And she said, okay, if you get, very severe pain, then just come and we'll take a look and we'll see whatever we can do. But this is the earliest appointment we can give you. Eventually, I had painkillers, so I did manage those 35 days. And then the big day came for the tooth extraction procedure. I didn't ask any of my friends. I did ask few of my friends, and let's say they didn't had good things to tell about. And that kind of made me scared, and so I just stopped asking anyone. And I was like, okay, whatever it would be, I'll just go there and I'll just directly face it. And I was only worried about the injection, honestly. I knew that once the local anesthesia would have an effect, then I won't feel anything. But I was worried about the injection. So, but, I would say that the dentist was so skilled. I didn't even feel the pain. I didn't even feel like he was injecting, the local anesthesia in my gums. It just felt like, some pen is touching my gums. It felt like that. So I didn't feel anything. And after that, the whole procedure, I think, took around 50 minutes. Yeah, around 49-50 minutes, and we were done after that. Once the procedure was over, and I asked him, because in India we usually get antibiotics, but I asked him, shall I start taking antibiotics also? And he said no. He said that only if you get an infection, then you will take antibiotic. And I was like, okay, but how would I know that I've got an infection? And he said, no, you'll get to know that the pain would increase and all those things. But luckily, I didn't get an infection. So that was the good part. So after all this procedure, the next day also I had to come to the clinic to, have a control or something. Like, they just check whether there's an infection growing or not. So yeah, the next day I came and he just did the usual checkup and he applied some disinfectant, or he said there was to, prevent the infection. And then that was it. Like, for the whole week, I would say it took me time to heal properly. I would say for the whole week I did feel the discomfort. For the first 2 days are worse. First 2 days are, like, I think you have to go on a liquid diet, because I couldn't chew anything. So I literally went on a liquid diet, the food shakes or the soups and all those things I ate for the first 2 days. And after that, I think for the whole week I did feel some discomfort. I think the pain would stop around 4th day, but you'll still feel the discomfort. And yeah, and for the removal of stitches, I got an appointment from, I think, in the next week. So the next week I went and then my stitches got removed. So that was my whole experience, and I would say that it wasn't tragic. It was painful, and I think that is for everyone. Talking about the procedure, everything was covered in TK, but there is a rule. So apparently, if the tooth extraction surgery is necessary, like if you're having a lot of pain, then only TK covers it. There's some kind of rule, but for me it was necessary. So luckily I didn't have to pay anything, and yeah, that was pretty much it. Let me know your experience if you've had any tooth extraction here, and how was your experience. And if you're considering it, I would just say go for it. You just need to be careful for like first 2 days for the pain. That's it. But that's it. That was it from my guys. Thank you very much for watching this video. Do like, share and subscribe my channel. I would really appreciate it.